Gospel according to Matthew, the 11th chapter.
Glory to you, Lord.
Jesus spoke to the crowd, saying, "To what will I compare this generation? It is like children sitting in the marketplaces and calling to one another. We played the flute for you, but you did not dance. And we wailed, but you did not mourn. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he has a demon. And the Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, look, a glutton and a drunkard, a friend to tax collectors and sinners. Yet wisdom is vindicated by her deeds." At that time Jesus said, "I thank you, Father, Lord, in heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and the intelligent, and have revealed them to infants. Yes, Father, for such was your gracious will. All things have been handed over to me by my Father, and no one knows the Son except the Father, and no one knows the Father except the Son, and anyone to whom the Son chooses to reveal him. Come to me, all you who are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you.
This time I'd invite the congregation to be seated, and I will go into my sermon. You may or may not be like me. My mind is always running. The more I have grown up, the more tasks I have to think about and consider. My responsibilities have increased, and COVID-19 makes the stakes even higher. Finding rest Jesus offers involves putting aside those responsibilities for a moment and creating space to rest in worship and amazement of God. So today, for you, instead of just telling you all about the facts and details of this text or going into exegesis, I want to focus on probably the most common phrase from this, something that we are very familiar with and have heard over and over again, but something that I think we really need right now in this very moment. It's Matthew 11:28. "Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you, and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." So what I mean for this sermon, I plan to give you a series of 3 prompts, and then repeat verse 28. I'm going to be kind of intentionally vague about what I describe here, so that way your mind can work and fill in the gaps with your own sort of holy imagery. I anticipate having different images in your minds that, each person, if you talk about it after worship, would probably have different images of what comes to mind from these different scenes. As you journey with me, may God spark you on this journey and provide you with some insight and reflection, peace and comfort. So please make yourself comfortable, be relaxed, be at home, even if you are at home and comfortable. And if you choose, you can let your eyes be closed. If you're not comfortable with that, don't do that. Just be at peace and rest and calm. So we'll start with a moment of silence as we center on our own breathing. Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. I will give you rest. Imagine this scene. You are preparing for bed. You are putting things in place for the night as you prepare for tomorrow. The tables and chairs are in order. The plates and utensils are in their proper spots. You flip the light switch as you head towards your pillow. You sit on the edge of your bed, ready to go to sleep. Then you stop. You think. You remember, and you groan. Because you remember what you have forgotten. Thinking of what had slipped your mind until moments ago. Now, you want to rest, but you feel compelled to take care of this one last thing before you sleep. So, you get up and leave your bed. Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. To all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, imagine with me this scene. You are in the room with the doctor. In fact, the situation is critical enough that several hospital employees are in the room too. The words spoken are not words of comfort, but rather of distress. As they keep talking, you acknowledge your disappointment is growing, and your emotions are intense. The disappointment and emotions have grown because this has been a long time coming. Those seasons of struggling have worn you down. Your body feels heavy. You want to leave, but you feel compelled to stay. Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Our final part today, come to me. Imagine that you are in a field. The soft, temperate sunbeams warm your face as you look out over a sea of short green grass. You hear a faint sound, the murmuring of water. You look to your side and you see a gently flowing river. You take a few steps towards it, noticing the smoothed over stones in the riverbed as the water diverts around them. You walk along the shore of the river to a cluster of small, bushy trees. Your vision is temporarily obscured, and then you notice a familiar man holding a shepherd's staff. He is relaxed, at peace, and a warm smile is on his face. As he notices you arrive, he opens his posture and extends his hand in an invitation to join him. Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Now you can come back and come out of that images. As you meditate and focus on the images that came to your mind, as the thoughts that were percolating, remember this. Each day we are called to come to Jesus for rest in body, mind, and spirit. Whether you find yourself preparing to go to sleep, or having a challenging visit at a hospital, or walking by a stream, know that Jesus is with you through the highs and the lows. May you experience the true rest Jesus offers and his comforting presence as you manage your responsibilities, especially as you grow up. So let us pray. God, you have created us. You have blessed us. You have tasked us with responsibilities, and they grow each and each day. Help us when we feel overwhelmed by all the challenges that life presents, that we may turn to you and listen as you say, "Come to me." Turn our hearts to you. Help us to hear your ways that lead to rest, and to sit and be present in your magnificent presence. Give us rest for our souls this and every day. It's in your Son's name we pray. Our service continues with our sermon hymn, When Peace Like a River.